Scoot Henderson was once celebrated as the next great hope in the world of basketball, drawing significant attention and lofty expectations from fans and analysts alike. However, the trajectory of his career thus far has not aligned with the immense hype that surrounded him. The challenges he has faced on the court have raised questions about his ability to live up to the promising potential that many believed he possessed. As a young guard, Henderson has shown flashes of brilliance, demonstrating his talent and skills in various moments. Yet, the consistency and impact that are crucial for success in the NBA have eluded him. This has led to concerns about whether he can truly turn things around and fulfill the high expectations placed upon him. The pressing question now is whether this talented young player can navigate the obstacles in his path and emerge as a significant contributor to his team. Alternatively, could he become yet another cautionary tale in the league, a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in professional basketball? The coming seasons will be critical for Henderson as he seeks to redefine his narrative and prove that he can be more than just a fleeting promise. As fans and analysts watch closely, the potential for redemption remains, and the basketball community is eager to see if Henderson can harness his abilities and transform his career into one that lives up to the initial excitement surrounding him. When Scoot Henderson was selected in the NBA draft, the expectations surrounding him were nothing short of astronomical. Many analysts and fans drew comparisons between him and legendary players like Dwayne Wade and John Wall, envisioning a dynamic talent who could fundamentally change the landscape of the point guard position. The excitement was palpable, with hopes that he would bring a new level of skill and athleticism to the role. However, as the season unfolded, Henderson's rookie campaign presented a starkly different narrative. Instead of the anticipated breakout performances, he faced a series of challenges and obstacles that hindered his development. His struggles on the court led to inconsistent play, and many observers were left puzzled by his inability to meet the lofty expectations set for him. Fans who once believed in his potential found themselves scratching their heads, trying to understand the disconnect between the hype and the reality of his performance. Each game seemed to highlight the difficulties he encountered, whether it was adapting to the speed of the NBA, dealing with defensive pressure, or finding his rhythm within the team's offensive system. As the season progressed, it became increasingly clear that Henderson had a long road ahead of him if he hoped to realize the promise that so many had seen in him. The question now remains, can he overcome these early setbacks and evolve into the transformative player that everyone envisioned? Or will he struggle to find his footing in the league? The journey ahead is critical, and basketball enthusiasts are eager to see how he will respond to the challenges that lie ahead. During his inaugural season in the NBA, Scoot Henderson averaged a modest 14 points and 5 assists per game, coupled with a troubling shooting percentage of just 38% from the field. While it is not uncommon for young players to encounter difficulties as they adjust to the professional level, Henderson's statistics stood out as particularly alarming. The challenges he faced on the court were not merely typical growing pains. They raised serious concerns about his ability to contribute effectively to his team. Although comparisons were drawn to other players who also experienced rocky starts to their careers, such as Kyle Lowry and Darius Garland, these parallels provided little comfort. Both Lowry and Garland eventually found their footing and blossomed into all-stars. But the reality of Henderson's performance loomed large, casting a shadow over his potential. As the season progressed, it became increasingly evident that Henderson's struggles were not just a phase, but a significant hurdle that he needed to overcome. Fans and analysts alike began to question whether he could adapt and improve, or if he would continue to face setbacks. The weight of expectations, combined with the stark reality of his performance, created a challenging environment for the young guard. As he looks to the future, the critical task ahead for Henderson is to address these issues and demonstrate that he can rise above the challenges he has faced. The basketball community remains hopeful that he can turn things around and fulfill the promise that initially surrounded him. But the path to success will require hard work, resilience, and a commitment to improvement. Scoot Henderson's journey in basketball took a significant turn when he made the bold decision to join the G League Ignite at the age of just 17. This innovative program was designed to offer an alternative pathway to the NBA, aiming to develop young talent outside the traditional college route. However, the success of the Ignite has been somewhat mixed. While some players, such as Jonathan Kuminga, have flourished in this environment, others have found it challenging to adapt to the demands of professional play. This disparity has led many to question whether the Ignite experience was genuinely beneficial for Scoot's growth as a player. As he continues to navigate his career, the impact of this early decision remains a topic of discussion among fans and analysts alike. On the night of the highly anticipated NBA draft, a pivotal moment unfolded that would shape the futures of several players and teams. The Charlotte Hornets faced a critical decision as they held the second overall pick. After much deliberation, they ultimately chose to select Brandon Miller instead of Scoot Henderson. This choice was significantly influenced by the concerns surrounding how well Scoot would mesh with their star point guard, LaMelo Ball. The Hornets were acutely aware of the need for a complementary player who could seamlessly integrate into their existing roster and enhance their offensive dynamics. While Miller was seen as a versatile forward who could contribute immediately, the uncertainty regarding Scoot's fit with LaMelo led to this consequential decision. In a twist of fate, this decision inadvertently opened the door for the Portland Trail Blazers, who were keenly observing the draft proceedings. With the departure of their franchise cornerstone, Damian Lillard, the Blazers recognized an immediate need for a player who could not only fill the void left by Lillard, but also take on the mantle of leadership within the organization. They viewed Scoot Henderson as the ideal candidate for this role, seeing in him the potential to become a transformative player who could lead their offense and invigorate the team's competitive spirit. As Scoot transitioned into his professional career, he found himself under a spotlight of significant expectations. The Trail Blazers entrusted him with the responsibility of spearheading their offensive efforts right from the start, marking the beginning of a new chapter for both the player and the franchise. With the weight of these expectations on his shoulders, Scoot faced the challenge head-on, determined to prove that he could rise to the occasion and establish himself as a cornerstone of the team. The basketball world watched closely, eager to see how he would navigate this new environment and whether he could fulfill the promise that had surrounded him throughout his journey. Regrettably, Scoot Henderson's debut in the NBA was not the dream scenario that many had hoped for. His initial performances were characterized by disappointing scoring and low shooting efficiency, as he averaged a mere 8.8 points per game. Additionally, his assist-to-turnover ratio was concerning, highlighting difficulties in managing the flow of the game and making effective decisions on the court. To make matters worse, injuries plagued his early season, further complicating his transition to the professional level. These setbacks raised significant questions about his preparedness for the rigors of the NBA, leaving fans and analysts to wonder if he could adapt and find his rhythm in such a competitive environment. As the season progressed, the challenges he faced became a focal point of discussion, emphasizing the need for growth and resilience in the face of adversity. In spite of the numerous challenges he has faced, there are encouraging signs that suggest a brighter future for Scoot Henderson. He has demonstrated moments of improvement, gradually learning to navigate the intricate dynamics of NBA basketball. As he starts to carve out his role within the Portland Trail Blazers, there's a sense of potential for significant growth in his game. These early signs of development indicate that Scoot is beginning to adapt to the professional level, showcasing his ability to learn from experiences and adjust his play accordingly. However, the critical question that looms is whether he can fully harness this potential and evolve into the player that fans and analysts envisioned when he entered the league. The coming seasons will be pivotal as he seeks to translate his promise into consistent performance, proving that he can rise to the expectations that have been placed upon him. Scoot Henderson's journey in the world of basketball has been a captivating saga, marked by an array of experiences that resemble a tumultuous roller coaster ride. Throughout his career, he has encountered significant peaks of achievement, showcasing his remarkable skills and athleticism, which have often left fans and analysts in awe. His exceptional talent has shone brightly on various stages, drawing attention from not only basketball enthusiasts, but also scouts and experts who recognize his potential to become a transformative player in the sport. However, this brilliance has not come without its challenges. Scoot has faced a myriad of struggles that have tested his resilience and determination. These obstacles have sometimes overshadowed his successes, leading to moments of doubt and reflection. As he navigates the complexities of professional basketball, he is continually working to refine his skills, adapt to the ever-evolving demands of the game, and overcome the hurdles that life throws his way. The basketball community is closely monitoring his progress, filled with anticipation and hope for what lies ahead. Fans and pundits alike are eager to see how he will respond to the pressures of the sport, and whether he can fully harness the immense potential that once surrounded him. The question that hangs in the air is a profound one. Will Scoot Henderson rise to the occasion and fulfill the promise that has been placed upon him, achieving greatness and solidifying his legacy in the basketball world? Or will he, despite his talents, gradually fade into the shadows of obscurity, becoming just another name in the annals of sports history? Only time will tell, and this unfolding narrative continues to captivate those who follow his journey.